and reliable MT, head over to aoa.com and use coupon code JACOB for 3% off.
What is going down, everybody? It's Unbeatable Jacob. Today in NBA 2K21 MyTeam, they finally opened the token market. I think everybody's pretty excited about this. I think this was great. I think that the way they went about this is just perfect. HOF badges, and a few of them come with players, all in the token market, and we're also getting a free HOF badge every day this week as well in MyTeam. So overall, I think it's a pretty big W. I just call a spade, and yeah, round of applause to 2K. I think these are only going to be here for like a day, so they're going to change it up, and this is really cool. So far, I've only bought one of the badges. It was Steady Shooter. That was a no-brainer. And for that one, we're going to kind of go over who I think you should put all of these badges on. We're going to start with Steady Shooter blinders to make the most MT in the auction house and just upgrade a card for the most part. And the thing about Steady or blinders is a lot of cards don't come with it. So like if you look at like AD here, he almost comes with every badge, but like most cards do not come with Steady. So if you purely want to make MT, I'd say your best bet is to probably put it on Ben Simmons if you get the blinders badge. I think you'll get the most MT if you do that out of any other player that you could add blinders onto, just based purely on the fact that he's the most expensive as is. But if you're just planning on flipping him, you might want to do somebody cheaper too, especially because Ben Simmons is so expensive, you're going to lose a little bit in tax too. So I think another good shout would be a player like Bull. I think some people would pay a decent bit for blinders on a Bull, or even a Thon Maker. I think is a pretty good shout as well. I think all of those are pretty good guys to put blinders on just to make MT, or if you want to just use them on next gen. I think if you're on next gen and you like this card as much as me, I think it's not too terrible of an idea to put it on Tony Kukoc either. Obviously, you're not going to be able to make any MT off of putting blinders on Tony Kukoc. But overall, I mean, he's just the type of player that you're going to get a lot of blinder shots up with, so I think he's a pretty good shout for Steady Shooter. And then the next one is range. Right now, I think there's really only one no-brainer answer. The 150 tokens, and I don't know if it's worth it, but I think the best person to put it on is this Kareem. He doesn't come with range at all, but you can add it. So you can add this Hall of Fame range extender on a Kareem for 150 tokens, and he's gonna be able to shoot a little bit further back. I guess I'm fine with gold on my Kareem, but somebody probably pay a decent bit for a HOF range Kareem. If we go into players here, we can check out who doesn't have HOF range at this stage, and there's really not that many options. So if we go to like gold range right here, we can see that there's only a couple Dark Matters that don't have it on HOF. So if you have this Bill Walton card, you might want to use the HOF range on him as well, because he only does have an 82 shot 3. So once again, you want to be able to make any MT from this method, but putting HOF range on Bill Walton would be pretty nice. That's just another shout. I think that there's only like 2 or 3 players that I would even recommend putting it on, and that would just be Kareem, Bill Walton, and that's really about it. I really couldn't argue if you wanted to use it on David Robinson either, but yeah, I'd say that's really about it. Yeah. Magic would have been a good one to make MT off of, but he's just a little bit outdated now, so I wouldn't recommend putting range on him for 150 tokens. So I'd just say Kareem's a no-brainer for that one. And now next we got Clamps. That's 150 tokens. Right here, we're going to see that at this like range, most players that are at a high level are coming with this badge on Hall of Fame now. There's only one Dark Matter that doesn't have HOF Clamps, and it's this Taco Fall. So, I mean, if you are lucky enough to have Taco Fall and you want to use it on him, I guess I can understand where you're coming from on that. But if you're going to buy it and try and make MT, I'd say your best bet is to probably just flip it on a Luka card. A lot of people still love this Luka card. I do too. He just doesn't have room in my lineup anymore. But he only comes with gold clamps and 2 defensive off badges in general. So I think people will be pretty keen on getting a HOF clamps Luka. You're just not going to make a ton of MT, but you know, I can't really think of anybody else who doesn't have HOF clamps that would. So I'd say he's your best bet. And then for posterizer slash Showtime, so a lot of people on current gen go crazy for this badge, obviously. And I think the first person that comes to mind to make MT on this one is Jonathan Isaac. I know a lot of people are liking this card a lot, but he doesn't come with Showtime at all. So you could just drop a HOF Showtime on him, go directly to HOF, and probably sell him and make a decent bit. And another player too for Showtime is Bull. I think that you can still get a decent bit for a HOF Showtime Bull. He comes with it on gold, but those current gen boys, man, they love that badge on Hall of Fame if they can have it. So I say your best two bets for Showtime would be this Bull or Jonathan Isaac. And for the next badge here, we got Heart Crusher. I'm not too sure who doesn't come with Heart Crusher now. I think Luka would be another good shout for this one too. We're gonna go ahead and check out and see who has Heart Crusher only on gold at the moment. So yeah, once again, only one Dark Matter in the game does not have Heart Crusher, and that is DeMar DeRozan. So most people are coming with this badge, and it looks like a good shout for this one would be Jonathan Isaac too. I think for Heart Crusher, your best bet is either going to be Jonathan Isaac and Luka. And just like I was mentioning earlier about Showtime and clamps, if you're going to do this to try and make MT purely, like for this Luka, put like Heart Crusher and clamps on him. And like if you're going to do it with like Isaac, put like Showtime and Heart Crusher on him. Do something along those lines if you're going to try and make MT from this. And now Rebound Chaser, I'm pretty happy to see this badge here because I know this badge doesn't just get dropped on Hall of Fame to everybody. So like a ton of Dark Matters here only have it on gold at the moment. I think that like there's a lot of good options for this, but like Ben Simmons is a good shout. Really anybody is fine. Like Giannis, that's actually a big one. Yeah, I think Giannis might be the best answer for this. Get him on HOF Rebound Chaser. Yeah, I think Giannis might be the best answer for this one, honestly. But there's a lot of options here. I'm gonna go ahead and say that would be my pick if you're trying to make MT, would be Giannis. And like Danny Ferry or Kukoc, if you're gonna plan on playing them like for a decent length of time, like I am for the rest of the year, like might not be a bad idea to drop HOF Rebound Chaser on him either, just to kind of keep him from going any outdated later on in the year. So Dimer, I'm just gonna skip over this one because at this stage in the game, Dimer doesn't really do anything. All of the players on the floor are gonna have like obviously really high three balls. Like we're at the stage in the game where Wilt Chamberlain has a 94 shot three, and this badge doesn't really do anything unless you are playing with cards that don't have high three balls. I want to say like Dimer has like no impact on the 3-point make ability if your 3-point rating is over like an 88 or something like that. It might even be lower than that. So Dimer's pretty irrelevant to me at this stage in the game. Back down Punisher, Needle Threader, Break Starter, and Lob City Finisher. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this Lob City Finisher one's pretty worthless unless you want Dominique. If you just want to liquidate tokens into MT straight up, this might be your best way just to buy this Dominique and sell him back. I'm not really sure what he's going for at the moment. Break Starter isn't terrible, but like it's just not something that, you know, people really think about. No one's going to pay a whole bunch for a card because it has HOF or like HOF Break Starter, but it's actually surprising me that like Blake Griffin, Shaq, Anthony Davis don't have this badge. So there's definitely some options to put this on if you want to spend that 75 tokens for it, but I don't think it's a good enough badge to warrant spending 75 tokens, especially because Steve Nash doesn't sell for much, and nobody's gonna go crazy if they see this badge added on somebody on the auction house. Back down Punisher and Needle Threader. For back down Punisher, I think that like Ben Simmons is a pretty good option. Yeah, I'd say like Ben Simmons is a pretty good option for back down Punisher if you're gonna do it. I mean, it's 11 tokens, so if you have a Ben Simmons, you might as well just spend 11 tokens and get it put on him. Giannis is another good option as well. I say both those two guys if you're trying to make MT. But once again, with these badges here at the end, they come with the player. They come with the player because they know these badges don't really move the needle for like what you're seeing on a card. Like with these badges, no one's gonna go crazy if they see them added on a player on the auction house. And then last but not least, well actually I mean it's pretty close to least, is Needle Threader. Not a terrible badge, not bad at all. And there's a lot of players, a ton of Dark Matters don't have this. Like even Pistol Pete doesn't have Needle Threader. So for 25 tokens, I'm probably gonna add Needle Threader on HOF to my boy Pistol Pete. But there's a whole bunch of options obviously for Needle Threader. Just on whoever you want really, because you're not gonna make a bunch of MT from it, like that's for sure. The badges you'll actually make MT off of are gonna be like these three pretty much, and blinders, which I've already bought. So yeah, anyways guys, just kind of want to throw some ideas out there. I hope this helps you. Obviously, if your cards don't sell for like a whole bunch for what you expected after adding these badges, don't be too surprised. I'm just giving you the best option. There's so many of these badges getting bought right now that the prices of souped up cards are definitely going to go down. So do this at your own risk. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm out.